Why is it so hard trying to get your friends to watch JoJo's Bizarre Adventures? That's a real question I have. Why is it so unnecessarily hard to try to get them niggas to watch JoJo's? Like, whenever I tell them, well, I got my best friend to watch it and he loves it now, which again, I had been telling him this for years, mind you. I was literally like, hey, you should watch JoJo's. I know you would like JoJo's. But he's like, it doesn't seem like my speed. It doesn't seem like something I would like. Mind you, guess what his favorite anime of all time is? Bleach. Are you kidding me? Like, literally every time I would think in my head, I would literally be like, I know you would like JoJo's. You love Bleach. What are we talking about? You're the same nigga who loves Bleach. I know you. But then I just had to let it be. I had to let it be because I was the same way. I was the same way. I used to think the JoJo's art style looked a little bit too weird. The clothing was a little bit too flamboyant. Mind you, this is like a 13, 14-year-old's thought. The clothing was a little bit too flamboyant. I used to think all that shit. Then I gave it a try, and just like that, like, I won't lie to you. A lot of people, they say, oh, you should skip part 1. Part 1 isn't that good. For me, part 1 had me hooked. Part 1 had me hooked. Real shit. Part 1 had me hooked. And there's even people who be like, oh, well, part 1's not even that bizarre. You sure? Part 1's not bizarre when in the third or fourth episode, Will Zeppeli is smashing a rock while touching a frog, but the frog is unharmed and the rock was smashed. That's not bizarre to you. It's not. Jack the Ripper fucking exists, and he's like, wasn't he a vampire? That's not bizarre. No. Them weird ass creatures Dio had wasn't bizarre to you? Are you kidding me? Them weird ass little fucking beings. Them shits, they were giving me the heebie jeebies. But I used to be that guy. That guy who was just, now, one thing, I didn't necessarily hate on JoJo's Bizarre Adventures, right? But I always just thought in my head, oh, it looks a little weird. I don't know how much I would like it, you know. And I did that same thing with another anime that I ended up loving, which was JoJo's Bizarre Adventures. Or not JoJo's Bizarre Adventures, One Piece. I really did love One Piece, but like for the longest, the art style, not even the art style, really just like the pictures I would see without watching the show would throw me the fuck off. But genuinely, every time I've said that, I would just like even in my life in general, if I say I don't like something, half the time, or I probably wouldn't like something, half the time I end up loving it. And that's literally what happened in JoJo's Bizarre Adventures. I ended up loving it off of part 1. Like, I thought part 1, when I first watched it, I thought part 1 was pretty good. And I also was getting low-key emotional at my nigga Jonathan's death. Yes, it's still fuck Dio till this day. But getting your friend, your boys, your homeboys into JoJo's Bizarre Adventures literally feels like you're pulling teeth. And mind you, your friends will have some of the most diverse taste ever. It will be some of the most diverse tastes ever. They will basically watch almost any anime you put in front of them, except JoJo's Bizarre Adventures, just because they say stuff like, I don't know, it just doesn't look visually appealing. I want to hurt you so bad. Not visual appealing. You've never even seen the fucking animation. You don't know anything about this. You think all of the JoJo's and Joestars are siblings. You know nothing. Now, watch it, please. And plus, this just feels like a universal problem because almost every JoJo fan I ever talk to, they're always like, yeah, bro, it's hard getting in real lives to watch JoJo's. Bro, I know almost everyone I've ever talked to that watches anime does not watch JoJo's Bizarre Adventures for whatever reason. Even the person who put me on to JoJo's Bizarre Adventures. Y'all want to know how far we got to part 3? I'm so serious. The middle of part 3, I think. Maybe it was like beginning to middle of part 3. I'm genuinely dead ass. I literally lapped him in about a month. Yeah, because once I started watching JoJo's, I was literally back on prime. It was like I was still in my prime when it came to anime watching, but like I was at prime speed. I'm talking about I'm getting through a part in 2 days. Every part I got through at most in 2 days. The longest was Stardust Crusaders, and that took me about a week to get through. Only because there was points where I'm just like, yeah, I just cannot watch this shit today. The thing about Stardust Crusaders, there are points where you're just like, okay, whatever. Like when they were in that, I think it was a whale with diamond teeth. I don't care. I don't care. You know, when they fought against Strength, that fucking orangutan, I didn't care. I didn't like it. I definitely did not like a single thing I was seeing on my screen. Alessi did not like it. But generally, it's so crazy. But then you also have to look at the people in real life who do watch those Bizarre Adventures, because when you do run into those people, usually they're chill. And y'all notice how I said usually they are chill. Other times they're not even close to being chill. They don't chill at all. And I understand it's rare to find another person in real life who watches JoJo's Bizarre Adventures. But sometimes some people need to take a chill pill. Some fans in particular. I'm just throwing that out there. I'm not bashing nobody. You love JoJo's Bizarre Adventures. I love JoJo's Bizarre Adventures. We all love JoJo's Bizarre Adventures. So, you know, it's a collective thing, man. It's a collective thing. But yeah, it's just it feels like you have to fight with a cane corso or some crazy shit like that in order to get your friends to watch JoJo's Bizarre Adventures. Like, you gotta go through trials and tribulations. Like, still to this day, I can't believe it took. Now, again, I'm not saying no names, but he knows who he is. It took this nigga over 3 years to even want to watch it. Then once he finally decides to watch it, it took this nigga like 4 months to catch up. Damn. But again, I can't hate on him. He has we're adults, so he has a real life. He has shit to do, you know. Like, and in all honesty, if someone gave me like around a 200 episode anime and told me, oh yeah, I need you to catch up with it really fast, even if it is peak, it's finna take me a minute to catch up. I'm not lying. Like, I'm being so dead ass. It's going to take me a long fucking time. And it's not because I don't like the show in particular. It's because the days are usually jam-packed with random shit I gotta do. You know? And so that's why I can't even be mad at him. But all I'm saying, like, the whole premise of this video is get your friend to watch JoJo's Bizarre Adventures. I don't care if you gotta force them. I don't care if you have to tie them to a fucking chair and make them sit with their eyes open watching JoJo's Bizarre Adventures. But you, good soldier, you need to do it. Especially in preparation for Steel Ball Run. Make sure all of them know who every Joestar is. They get JoJo trivia wrong, waterboard them. Okay. okay. But yeah, bro, one thing I can't say I'm glad about is, like, nowadays you don't hear the words, you know, oh, the art style sucks or art style is weird that much about JoJo's Bizarre Adventures anymore. When I first started watching in the years prior to that, because that was like 20 years prior to that was 2010's anime community, and if you know anything about the 2010's anime community, they was on JoJo's ass. It was like people loved JoJo's, and there was also a subgroup of people who just vehemently disliked it so much, and they were just always like, oh, it looks so weird, it looks so, like, people use gay as an insult, but then I would always be like, yeah, it looks pretty feminine. Like, before watching, I'll be like, yeah, it looks pretty feminine. But that art style, the art style really was throwing me off. I didn't give a fuck about the clothes. Like, Giorno's wearing a heart-covered fucking vest chest thing, and his chest is all out. I don't care. I'm trying to see some fights. I want to see some action, nigga. I want to feel something. But yeah, if you did enjoy this video, make sure to like, comment, subscribe. You know, there's just, you know, kind of a filler video, honestly. But until next time, we're on the road to 5K, so anything helps. Peace.